What's up, ladies and gentlemen, SpadeWant. Welcome to Megami Tensei 5. In other words, my final thoughts on this game. Originally, I did plan to do a Let's Play for this, but I didn't want to bother because I felt overwhelmed, I guess you could say, with how much I was doing, and currently still kind of am, despite canceling a few things. But regardless, I felt like playing this game and I didn't want to wait. That's pretty much my excuse. I'll probably turn the music down a bit more for the game. I feel like I can barely hear myself. But yeah, I pretty much just feel like playing this game on my own time instead. Even though Let's Playing was the original plan. I do at least hope to Let's Play this game at some point. Just no one near anytime soon. So yeah, in this video, we're pretty much at my final save before taking on the final boss, at least for the ending that I ended up getting. Which, if you don't want to get spoiled on some things, you may want to just leave. I am going to go over the story a teensy bit, but not much. I will say this though. At least for me, with the ending I got, the game was way harder than the final boss. I literally took on the hardest fight in the game, at least for me, before I even beat the game. And somehow the final boss was a cakewalk. Now I know Lucifer is the true final boss in this game for the secret ending. And it seems like he has two forms. I was expecting to fight him as the final boss, but it wasn't him. Yeah, I was aiming for the secret ending. I did look up a few things along the way and all that. So yeah. When it comes to trying to get the secret ending, I think this is how I butchered not being able to get it. So to get the secret ending, you choose Destroy the Throne. And then you've got a bit of a ways before you actually make it to the end. And if you do certain other things before you select that option, you should be on your way to the secret ending. Yeah, I didn't notice that until after I beat the game. I locked in basically my final answer, and then did some of the quests you're supposed to do to get the secret ending before selecting it. Didn't know that. And apparently the hardest optional quest/boss in the game is required to get that secret ending. Didn't know that at the time. But regardless, I beat that boss anyway. 4 tries later. Yeah. I did not want to beat the game until I beat that boss. Words. Where the hell is it again? Quest. No, wait, we should see him though. And we don't have his essence. I'm not really showing up stats or anything yet. Analysis, that's what I was looking for. This guy. I didn't want to beat the game till I beat him. Yeah, this guy is really hard. Considering the whole game was basically a cakewalk for me until this guy, that pretty much says I had pretty easy go with this playthrough. So yeah. Alright, so when it comes to quests, did everything for the main story quest, which you do just by playing through the game anyway. And I did every single side quest in the game, not counting DLC. I did get some DLC, mainly just to save some time. AKA the Glory and Experience Mitama DLC. There is another Mitama DLC for money, but I didn't bother with it. I'm probably gonna get all the DLC at some point. Probably sometime before I end up playing this game on the channel, if I end up doing so. It's the last getting around to it. Although I end up playing on normal. So I think I'm probably going to try the game on hard for my second playthrough, probably. I guess we'll go over stats before I pretty much give my final thoughts on some of the story, thoughts on the characters in the game and all that, gameplay, all of it. And also so go over the endgame team / party. We do have to go to the compendium because I'm one party member over the limit, I guess you could say. Alright, so first off, I named the main character after myself. Just felt like it, I guess. A +9 with everything but support and healing is +5. That's the max you can boost any affinity pretty much for this game. Oh yeah, and this was my very first time ever playing a mainline S&T game. So there's that. And right off the bat, you can tell stats go past 100 in this game. I imagine it probably goes up to either 150 or 200. I'm not sure. I haven't seen anyone's stats go that high pretty much. Although the Sifa boss fight probably is more than 150, huh? For some stats, which we already showed. So yeah, this is pretty much the moveset we have going. So I wish you could at least equip 10 skills and not 8. This pretty much these 4 were all just to deal with Sifa. The actual fight boss, in my opinion. Challenge-wise, at least. So yeah, I added Ice onto the main killer since Sifa's weak to Ice. And yeah, we pretty much went all out with strength. When it comes to how the affinities or the resistances for the main killer go, that's pretty much just use essence from demons. I'm not gonna go over that. I'm not gonna bother explaining all of that. I will say one thing, the Sifa boss fight really made me wish I had better vitality. I will say that. And these moves here are pretty much just from who's in your front line. And this pretty much just comes with the main character. This is probably the Magasuri skill I use the most. And mid to end game, it was pretty much this. Really good move to take out another. I think I'm saying that name right. Ask her who the hell another is. Do I have his essence seal? No, I don't. But basically, Sifa can summon allies, and Anana's one of them. And that demon can heal Sifa to max HP. You want to get that guy out as soon as possible. So yeah. Where is he? Just so I can sew him off. Here he is. So this is the guy you want to get rid of if he's summoned. I never actually use much of it at all though. Since we're here, I might as well sort the other party member, which I had to replace for Devonale, if I'm saying her name right. Will's Bianco, or Bayou, whatever you want to call him. However you want to say his name. This guy was pretty much around in the party for quite a while. For at least half the game, I want to say. I do wish I could have made him better, I definitely want his strength stat to be higher. But it is what it is. +9 physical and lightning, and 5 support isn't too bad. Had to put him on the bench, unfortunately.
Return.
And I'm gonna try and speed all of this up. Because I know this is just gonna take a while. You can just pause the video anyway if you want to get a better look at everything. So yeah, I literally made her for 2 reasons. One, I wanted to use her on the team, and 2, she's actually really good. Mainly for this full HP recovery to all allies and above max HP. That's definitely useful for the Sifa fight. And having equipped with some ice definitely helped. That is a damn sore. The ability was pretty useful in that fight as well. Same with Last Star Candy. And resist physical is definitely nice to have for that fight. As for this guy, funny thing is, until I was trying to take down Sifa in-game, this guy was definitely not a party member, I would say. He was simply in the back for no real reason. And eventually I realized this guy's actually pretty good for the fight. And then I pretty much decked him out as much as I could. Yeah, Ice Age and physical block is nice to have on him. Even though he drains physical, again, another good reason to have him in. But just have another person who could use physical block. He was just doing both of this for the fight. And doing so just in case it gets taken out. I was actually tempted to record what surprisingly ended up being my final fight with him. I was thinking of recording that before even doing it, but I never bothered. As for this guy, I'm surprised he made it to the end game team. Because again, he was just there until he started to become useful. Then he remained on the team basically. Again, having him with physical block and this was really good for the fight. And these 3 are literally the in-game team for the last few fights. Everyone else pretty much just support for the end game. I did kind of want to make her better, but I just didn't really. I actually didn't use her as much as I thought I would have. We already seen him. Another guy that's just heal for the hell of it. Mainly for poison, but that's basically it. Didn't really use him much overall though. They are for the sake of backup, really. I kind of wish I could have made her better, but it is what it is. I have no physical is actually really nice. I tried using her as my healer during all the earlier attempts at that one fight. Didn't really work out. Mainly because of the lack of the heals I had, so I pretty much just failed the fight. I really wanted to make this guy better. I really did. But anytime I wanted to make him better, I used stuff to boost his affinities more. +9 physical, +9 lightning. I really want his physical stat to go way up. Maybe in a second playthrough. I tried to boost his fire, but I just didn't get around to it. Although I tried to make this guy good for what I had for him. And this guy's just +100 to everything. Not really too much to say with this guy though. I use him from time to time, but not much. Didn't really get much of a chance to use him, unfortunately. Considering those resistances he's got going for him. Another one I want to use, but I just didn't really get the chance, really. Unfortunately. I think I used him for like one fight, and that's it. Pretty much the same can be said for him. Saw him. I want to make this guy a lot better in my next playthrough. I kept him all the way to the end. I managed to at least get his magic to +100. Really useful demon here. He is a MVP in this game, but for a different reason. Me mans. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's pretty much him. I killed him though. Pretty much end game. It was not the whole game, but near the end. I kinda stopped using him a little less. I wanted to use this guy more, but I just didn't really get around to it. For someone that I didn't really boost the affinities of, his strength is kind of wild. If I put more stuff into him, he really would be broken. He definitely would have. I kind of had him in the fight as well. The final Sifa fight. This Megasui skill is really useful for that fight. Quite literally basically just a free debilitate. Really good if you can keep him alive. And our boy Lamu. Actually use him a little bit more than I thought I would. And I wish I could have used him even more. If I put in more time to find certain items to boost his affinities, I could have made him so much better. I think he has the highest magic out of everyone in the team. I think. We will be talking about Lamu again later. But as a boss and kill King Frost. Yeah, I carried him all the way to the end as well. Not really sure why I just did. I think I could have made him better, but maybe the second time around. I think I used this guy maybe once, maybe not at all. Definitely wanted to use him though, but just didn't get around to it. Got him too late game. As with most of the guys here. Kinky here was literally just the defense of the team. Literally. Basically has the highest vitality of anyone. And yeah, I want his vitality even more. To be higher. Yeah, battle suits were definitely the things I needed to grind for. Since I needed a lot to get +9 out of a lot of people. And I just didn't have the patience, I guess. I don't think I even used this guy at all, other than like once. Kind of here for the sake of being here. As for Thoth, could have made him a lot better. But I carried him that whole game and just didn't want to bother changing him up. I literally use him even all the way to endgame for the final few fights as well. For some reason he was just really useful. Surprisingly. I wanted to make her better. But this is the best I could do for this playthrough. Moveset wise, she's actually pretty perfect. Stats are what is a bit of a problem. Wish they were +100. I wanted to use this guy more, but I just didn't get around to it. Also wanted to make him better, but just again didn't get around to it. Wanted to make him better, but didn't get around to it. He's +8 physical, so I didn't quite get him to 9. Unfortunately. And this is pretty much his endgame setup here. His setup didn't change up most of the playthrough though. Until like endgame. This guy was kinda useful for my third attempt with the Sifa boss fight. Mainly for the Kuna and Tikazo. That's pretty much it. We already saw her. Again, someone else who's actually pretty useful. So it's pretty much another healer I tried to conjure up. Again for that Sifa boss fight. So it came quite in handy actually. Again, those resistances are pretty good. I don't think I even used this guy once. But he was on the squad. Regardless. I think I wanted to use him for the Sifa fight. But the team I had going with it at first was doing so good. I didn't need him on the team, and now it's the in-game team. Although I did try to bring Pixie and what's that other girl's name again? I don't know how you say it. I tried bringing 2 other demons all the way through to endgame as well, though. But just didn't. I wanted to use her all the way through, but I didn't. Don't ask me why she's level 78. I never used her. Else was just fusing, really. Oh, where the hell? How high level are they again? Well, that's one of them. I carried her throughout the first half of the game, pretty much. I wanted to make her better, but just didn't get around to it. She was pretty useful for the first half. Again, give me set for her. Not too crazy. I can definitely make them better if I try it, though. Given time and money. You need a lot of fucking money in this game. And yeah, this is Pixie. I could have made it better, but I just... Money and time, that's pretty much it. Was there anyone else I actually used quite a bit, though? I actually don't think so. That could actually be it. I did use him for a little bit though. But mainly like the third quarter of the game, and that's it. And he was randomly in the party too. So yeah. I did try to make this guy useful, but in the end I just never really used him. I know I did actually use him a bit. Again, C5 fight attempt. And overall, yeah, I don't have the money to get him back. And that's why he's not in the team. So yeah, that's literally
Return.
everyone I mainly use throughout the game. So yeah. Anything else before we dive into thoughts? I simply figured you guys might be interested in the team itself. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother explaining essences. Still, not gonna bother. I will say one thing though. I really like the idea of essences. That's one thing about this game I really liked. Pretty much just being able to change affinities, resistances, whatever. And learning skills off of certain demons. Really like that. I could. No, let's actually double check. Yeah, 40, 140 magic. For some reason I was thinking it was like 150 plus. But no. A lot of bosses. Absolutely not. I guess that's it. For that, at least. So this point was just talking. It's a story. What the hell did I think of a story? For the story? Honestly, well, first off, there's not too much of it, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I actually really liked exploration. So the story not having too much isn't bad for this game. Although the story was kind of interesting, but pretty dull, I guess you could say. It could be better, it could be worse. The story overall is average, I feel. Character development, on the other hand, oh boy. I don't even remember all the names off the top of my head. At all, I just don't. Well, I guess we'll start with Tao. I absolutely fucking hate this character. I do not like her at all. I don't know. The fact that you're forced to also have Tao in your team / with you during moments of the game, one way or another, annoys me. There are two different ways Tao joins you in the game. Not gonna go over it because of spoiling and spoilers. But yeah, not a fan of her design. Don't like her killer. And yeah, I just don't like it. As for Dazai, where do I even begin? I don't mind him. The fact that he's a nerd turned jock is honestly kind of cool. I feel like he actually has the most skill to develop in the game. As far as I can tell, at least. I don't mind him overall. And that's pretty much that. It looks cooler as a jock, though, I will say that. I don't even remember the other guy's name. Regardless, a different guy, the guy you work for, whatever the fuck his name is. Don't remember. Well, for me, he was the final boss. Along with the other guy I can't remember the name of. Well, the boss you as the main character work for. No feelings at all towards him. I don't like him and I don't hate him. He's just alright. If anything, he sounds like he's a machine, literally. That's literally what he sounds like to me, and I don't know why. The way he talks, I guess. As for the other guy, I don't even remember the name of. Is it Yuzu Yatsuta? I'm probably butchering that name regardless, but that's probably not even the name. What the fuck is his name? Ichiro Dazai, we just talked about him. Yeah, I don't think his name's gonna show up here. Regardless, it starts with a Y. I thought as that killer, again, uh, don't care for him. I don't like him and I don't hate him. So overall, well, again, just okay. He's here, basically like every other killer in the game. As for his sister, which again I don't remember the name, although I think we can find it here under subquest. If I can find it. Miyazu. There we go. If I'm saying that right. Honestly, design-wise, he's probably my favorite character. Design-wise. Character-wise. Halfway through the game, you never see her again. Unless you do a subquest. She is not an important character at all. And I really wish there was more to her character. Again, another character that's there, but she's there for the first half and the second half. Unless you do a subquest, you never hear from her again. And it's as simple as that. Probably the only character I actually do kind of like, even though you don't really know much of anything about any other characters. When it comes to the demon characters, I'm not gonna bother talking about them. Other than Aptiel. From the beginning, I wanted to fight her. I do not like her as a character at all. The fact that I want to throw hands pretty much immediately, I think that says it all. Pretty much. Although when it comes to the exploration in the game, it was a lot of fun. It gets more complicated as you progress through the game. Trying to find Mimans or trying to access vending machines a bit easier. Even when it comes to trying to find waypoints. My bad. Ley line crossings. Those... There was definitely one that I literally passed dozens of times and never even noticed. Until I was looking up something else about the game and realized, oh wait, there's one there? How the hell did I not see it? Yeah. But overall, exploration in this game is very fun. It's definitely addicting to play this game. Anything else about exploration? I want to go over. I have no idea. Literally. I thought exploration was fun. And it still is. So I guess I'll just move on to something else to talk about. That mainly being, what's it again? I still find that noise annoying. I can't think of it, and that annoys me now. What else was though? There was something else positive I want to say before I got to the negative. And I just can't think of it. I flat out forgot. Oh, I guess we'll just move on then. So what do I hate about the game? Or dislike? Honestly, when it comes to what I don't like, the game is blinding. There's either the use of too much of one color, like the sand here. It is blinding on TV at least. And even during videos it can also be blinding, I feel. Like you can't tell me this wouldn't be blinding. This is basically nothing but red. Or peach color. So yeah, playing for a while you can definitely find this game getting hard on the eyes. So yeah, there's that. Then there's all these things called abscesses. Or abscess, whatever you want to call it. I'm probably butchering that word. I took all those out, but if you do those, things become very pink. To the point to where everything is just blinding. And those are really hard to look at while trying to take those fights on. Oddly enough though, almost nothing but white. Actually doesn't bother me, it seems. but the overuse of blue, like kind of here is barely alludes those up on the TV. But overall, the overuse of certain colors is just blinding over time. Pretty much like just being here or fusing a demon and watching the cutscene that happens. It is blindingly blue. The overuse of one color is one big that personally I find to be a problem. This is, I think, the only game I played so far. So if I play it long enough, I might start to feel iffy. You could say. So yeah, being blinded by some colors and not by others is just kind of a problem, in my opinion. I know there are those people out there who seem to bitch about the frame rate or the loading, but also that doesn't really bother me much. It's noticeable and it's there, but it's not killing to the experience, in my opinion. It's just not. Although, at some point in the game, you'll see faceless students walking around, and the frame drops on them are bad. Really bad. To the point where it's just flat out laughable. It's pretty bad. And when it comes to the point where frame rate becomes so bad, it's laughable, that's definitely when you think you might want to fix the frame rate at that point. So yeah. Overall though, yeah, I think just the blinding colors of everything is my main complaint. But beyond that though, that's pretty much my only issue. The frame rate and all that doesn't really kill it for me, so it probably does for others. If anything, I did try playing this game in handheld mode a while back. And the quality drop is quite noticeable. So overall, I definitely recommend playing this game pretty much just on console mode, I guess. Mainly, because again, everything just looks a bit better. But again, that's kind of leads back to your eyes are gonna start hurting after a while. Type problem. It probably wouldn't be too bad on a big TV though. Probably. Who knows? And that's why I was just playing the game a little just for something to watch. For the video, I guess. But I think we're pretty much done anyway. Unless I can think about something else. There is combat. I actually do highly like the combat in this game. Although I also kind of feel like it's pretty busted. It's great, but personally I actually did find this game quite easy. On normal. A few challenges here and there, but overall pretty easy. Even though there are people saying this game is really hard, if not the hardest SMT game there is. And personally I don't see it. Granted, so is a different story on hard mode. It probably is a different story on hard mode. Considering how much of a relative easy time I had with normal difficulty, I can only imagine how free, essentially, this game would be on easy or safety. I can only imagine. I imagine it's probably pretty free on those difficulties. But yeah, once you start learning the mechanics and everything, for this game you can really turn things in your favor in a way. Quite easily, I feel. I have no interest in actually winning this fight. They're all gonna run or one's gonna use the ability. Nope, they're gonna run. Alright. But yeah, overall this game was really good. It was definitely pretty fun. That is for damn sure. Considering I put 103 hours and 43 minutes into this. Well, technically 43. It was a few minutes after when I cleared out the save data twice. So yeah. Definitely put in some time into this game. I took my time with it, but at the same time, I definitely didn't. I did and didn't, because it seems like others have definitely taken more time. Surprisingly, even though I feel like I was going at a really slow pace overall. Overall, area-wise and dungeon-wise, again, the game's pretty good. Although the place we're in now is probably my least favorite. Mainly because of noise. From wind tunnels. So yeah. Yeah, I guess we're pretty much just gonna call it. I think I've gone long enough anyway. Since I'm pretty sure this is like an hour and 20 minutes. Damn, this is a long video. So yeah, overall, the game's pretty good. But in general, I think the next time I play this game is probably gonna be my last time. I can't see myself playing this game more than twice. Honestly. I just can't. It's fun and it's a great game, but it's also kind of an eye killer. Literally. Alright, did I want to talk about Lamu as well? It comes to Lamu as a boss. I really wish he was a rival slash enemy throughout the whole game. And he's not, unfortunately. I really wish we could have seen him become an Ahabino. That would have been really interesting. That is what it is. I actually really like Llama as an enemy slash boss. Although this form of Llama with the way it moves around. Definitely creeped the hell out of me the first time around. But once we add him to the party, I'm actually not that creeped out anymore. The way he just squiggles across the places, the place just seems weird and eerie to me. I don't know, he's the one boss that actually creeped me out. Although, would I rank this game? Honestly, it's probably a 7 or a 8 for me. Exploration, probably a 10 to be honest. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Story, probably a 4 to be honest. Although I end up getting to destroy the throne ending. And that ending was not what I ever would have thought an ending would be to a game, I guess you could say. It left me wanting more, I guess you could say. Regardless, I guess I'm gonna stop ranting. And overall, this game was pretty fun. Hopefully I can dive into it on the channel at some point. And if you've played this game yourself, what are your thoughts on it? It'd be interesting to know. And chances are I'm probably forgetting a few things I want to talk about, but it is what it is. I don't know. Until next time, stay golden.